It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Mid-level energy cycling through the southern periphery of a parent low will influence severe thunderstorm potential across the upper Midwest today and tonight, as well as over parts of the Central Plains and Middle Mississippi Valley tomorrow. Slight risks of severe thunderstorms are in effect for those areas, with large hail and severe gusts likely. A few tornadoes may occur over the upper Midwest in addition to the hail and winds. Closer to home, hot and mainly dry conditions are expected for the next several days, with dangerous levels of heat expected across the region today through Saturday. As a result, the National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory in effect from today at noon through Saturday. Be sure to drink plenty of fluids, stay in air-conditioned rooms, and stay out of the sun. Also, be sure to check up on relatives and neighbors. Take extra precautions if you go outside. Wear lightweight and loose-fitting clothing. Try to limit strenuous activities to early morning or evening. Take action when you see symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. To reduce risk during outdoor work, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration recommends scheduling frequent rest breaks in shaded or air-conditioned environments. Anyone overcome by heat should be moved to a cool, shaded location immediately. Remember, heat stroke is an emergency. Call 911. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. At yesterday's County Commission meeting, Emergency Services Manager Matt Clark proposed the hiring of new county firefighters by making use of a grant that's intended to help start a fire department, but not fund it in perpetuity. County Commissioner Amy Barella spoke on the matter.
What do we need? 10 people probably that will be paid for 1 year. And that's about, I'm going to guess, $40,000 a year. So times 10, and then next year, we can't afford to give raises now, but next year we're going to expect to pay 50% of their wages instead, when we can't even give raises to our current staff. And then the year after that, then we have to pay 75% of it. And so then after that, the funding goes away, and then do the employees go away? Because we don't have any funding?
If the county has not come up with a way to fund them, they would have to. There's always a possibility of applying for the grant again.
Whereas grants are not guaranteed and the county is essentially broke, this plan needs to be rethought. At last night's Alamogordo City Commission meeting, it was discussed the fact that the weather is hotter than hellfire and the current swimming pool at the rec center is nearing the end of its useful life. The commission discussed about a new natatorium and whether or not they're ready to put it in front of voters on the November ballot. Some designs and dollar figures were discussed to determine if the community gets the new pool. The current pool is around 30 years old and, well, it's a money pit.
I think we've been told that the pool that we currently have is a lost cause. It's structurally deteriorating rapidly. I mean, we'd have to literally take out the whole pool and put a new pool in. Like it would, and so since that's how it is, it's...
Who's told us that?
Here comes
I got caught.
So I'm going to get into an area that I'm not 100%.
I got caught by a gentleman that does pools for a living at the gun show this last weekend, and he was talking to me briefly about that.
I think he called me too.
To answer your question, if I understand correctly, the expansion joint is separating.
The cost will be roughly $12 million for a new pool and building. The structure's around $2.5 million. The pool's around $9.5 million.
Make a motion we table item 13 till the next regular meeting.
It's important to get this handled quickly, as Roswell was forced to decommission the city's 80-year-old pool back in 2016 without a replacement for several years. Now, granted, it was used well past the use-by date, but will this new pool only last 30 years? I did speak to the mayor, and according to what she told me, the new pool is going to be designed to last significantly longer than 30 years, but there is no definite way to tell how long it will last. Well, today is Wednesday. It's time for This Week at Thrive with Stephanie Hale.
Hi, this is Stephanie Hale with Thrive in Southern New Mexico. Thrive in Southern New Mexico hosts community events to raise money for our operating costs so that all of your donations go to our local nonprofits. So, get ready to indulge your senses at Thrive in Southern New Mexico's inaugural Corks and Shells Wine and Pistachio Festival on October 19th at Alameda Park here in Alamogordo. Join us for a delightful celebration of two Southern New Mexico favorites, wine and pistachios. This festival promises to be a feast for the senses, featuring the finest local wines paired with the crunchiest, most flavorful pistachios you've ever tasted. We're calling all vendors, artisans, retailers, and food trucks. Showcase your unique products and culinary creations to a captivated audience of festival goers eager to experience the best of what our region has to offer. Whether you specialize in handcrafted jewelry, artisan cheeses, or mouth-watering dishes, this is your opportunity to shine and connect with enthusiastic patrons. And for those looking to make a lasting impact, we are thrilled to offer sponsorship opportunities that will elevate your brand and support this community event. From prominent logo placement to exclusive promotional benefits, partnering with us as a sponsor ensures your business stands out while contributing to the success of what will become a cherished local fall tradition. So save the date and join us for a weekend of wine, pistachios, and community spirit at the Corks and Shells Wine and Pistachio Festival on October 19th from noon to 6 at Alamogordo Park. You can reach us at 575-437-8400 at 1601 10th Street in Alamogordo, or jump on our website, letsthrivnm.org. That's it for this week. I'm Stephanie Hale with Thrive in Southern New Mexico, and I'll be back next week and every Wednesday right here on Crazy Radio.
This week at Thrive New Mexico was sponsored by Desert Air Motel.
And I meant to get to this story yesterday and the day before. Sorry about that. But Emily Marie Enriquez was crowned Miss New Mexico 2024 on June 8th at the Flickinger Center. She is Alamogordo's own, and now she'll compete for the title of Miss America 2025. Congratulations. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
I want to read to you a list of crimes committed. May 5th, a Kia Forte was stolen. May 12th, a woman reported to police that there were 4 juveniles throwing rocks at a residence and trying to break the windows of a home. May 12th, a 12-year-old was forced to call 911 after being harassed by the so-called Kia Boys. May 17th, Albuquerque police officers responded to a commercial burglary. An individual observed a vehicle drive in reverse and crash into the front security door of the business. There was over $15,000 in theft and damages. The vehicle was identified as a stolen gray Kia. May 29th, a male contacted 911 stating he had been shot by 4 juveniles in a Kia. June 1st, Albuquerque police detectives were contacted about a shooting. A gun was located on scene. It was identified as a 9mm handgun. What would you say if I told you these crimes were committed by a 11-year-old child?
For all the years we've looked back, we've never seen something like this.
Bernalillo County District Attorney Sam Bregman speaking with KOAT about the 11-year-old connected to a month-long crime spree spanning from May 5th through June 1st. The juvenile faces the following charges: aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, conspiracy, shooting at or from a motor vehicle, shooting into an occupied dwelling, aggravated battery, unlawful possession of a weapon by a minor, non-residential burglary, criminal damage to property over $1,000, and conspiracy to commit a 4th-degree felony. Bregman sees possible roadblocks in prosecuting this case, though.
We have a children's code that is completely out of date with the times that we live in. A children's code that never contemplated anything dealing with an 11-year-old.
And I have to agree, this is not the mischief you and I are familiar with from the days we were young. The way the laws are written, there is no set way to prosecute a kid this young.
We're continuing to work through this maze, if you will, on dealing with an 11-year-old, not only holding him accountable, but also providing safety for the community.
No other details available on this case. A new border highway connector is set to be built connecting Santa Teresa, Sutherland Park, Loop 375, and Paisano at the Texas-New Mexico state line. According to the New Mexico Department of Transportation, The project is set to cost around $79 million. It's also set to be a quicker route from Sunland Park and El Paso.
So we could see more Mexican industry take advantage of coming through Santa Teresa and utilizing that highway to go to East El Paso.
The president of the Border Industrial Association, Jerry Pacheco, speaking with KVIA.
The citizens of Sunland Park should also see this as an opportunity, because the more traffic you can push through your city, the more opportunities for restaurants, for convenience stores, for any type of retail operation.
The new route will begin at Pete V. Domenici Boulevard and end at McNutt Road. This past Monday, school board members for the Roswell Independent School District spoke about school security and a new policy for school security personnel to be armed, specifically the security liaison. The policy would allow the security liaison to be armed and continue to do his job while protecting himself. L.J. Harrell, the liaison for the RISD, says being armed will not replace the school resource officers, but will act as a last resort to protect until law enforcement officers can get to where he is.
I literally am alerted to any alert within the district within seconds. And the majority of the time, I am the first one on scene. As police officers arrive, they usually start from the outer perimeter and start working their way in. So on many occasions, and the principals can attest to it, it's just me and them in the building at that time.
This was just the first reading of the policy and still has yet to be voted upon. And we've adored her for decades on the silver screen.
Did you hear what I said, Miss Kublik? I absolutely adore you.
Shut up and deal.
But if you wanted to buy her house, you're now out of luck. Because after about a year, the Santa Fe ranch of Hollywood actress Shirley MacLaine is officially off the market. An anonymous buyer bought it. The price remains private, but the 5-acre property was listed just shy of $5 million. The luxury ranch home was built back in 1998, has 3 bedrooms and 6 baths. Weather's next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
This is Lieutenant William Skaggs with Alamogordo Fire Department. Have you seen that we're updating the City of Alamogordo's local hazard mitigation plan? What does this mean for our community? This means our community has a chance to provide information to Alamogordo Fire Department so we can properly plan for hazards within our community. We need feedback from the community to make sure our plan is up to date. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact Chief Jerry Ramirez at Alamogordo Fire Department, or you, the stakeholder in our community, can go to alamogordofd.com or the City of Alamogordo website and take the individualized survey to provide us with information to update our plan.
The National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory in effect from today at noon through Saturday. Be sure to drink plenty of fluids, remain in an air-conditioned room, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Also, take extra precautions if you're outside. Wear lightweight and loose-fitting clothing. Try to limit strenuous activities to early morning or evening. Take action when you see symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. To reduce risk during outdoor work, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration recommends scheduling frequent rest breaks in shaded or air-conditioned environments. Anyone overcome by heat should be moved to a cool and shaded location. Also remember that heat stroke is an emergency. Call 911. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies and hot. Wind will be gusting as high as 13 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting as high as 14. Sunny and hot tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 13. Your high today in the basin, 102. Low tonight of 72. High tomorrow, 105. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today with a 20% chance for showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 17 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight. Winds gusting as high as 16. Sunny tomorrow with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 18 miles per hour. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 79. Low tonight of 55. High tomorrow, 83 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.